All right, Carolyn, so I just want to take a look at a few things here. So I'm going to do it from this angle, but watch. So as you can see, if I did it from this angle, you would look like I'm really overswinging, right? Well, watch what happens if I do a couple things. I'm going to push these hands further away from my body, okay? And then I'm going to actually take some of this angle out of my wrists. So I'm going to add a little bit of extension to this wrist like this, and then add a little bit of flexion and ulnar deviation to this wrist. And watch what happens. Oh, I didn't really change my shoulder angle, but the shaft is in a lot better position at the top. So from this angle, I'm going to push these hands further away from me, and I'm going to add a little bit more angle into the wrist. So that's shortening the swing without actually taking out some shoulder rotation, because this is really, we want as much shoulder rotation as we can get, right? We don't want to actually shorten that. We want to shorten kind of where the club is in space. So all I would tell you to do here is to take some swings feeling like your trail arm, you're pushing it as far away from you as you can, you're straightening it. Now because it's on the trail side of your body, it'll never actually straighten. So this is about as straight as I can get it. It won't get any straighter than that. But yours is bent at like 100 or like 80 degrees or something. We want it no more than 90 degrees and probably closer to like 80, or 100 or 110. So we want it more in here. So a good feeling is to just push these hands as far away from your body as you can. And a really good drill for that is just grip the club in your trail hand and take your backswing, keeping this arm straight, okay? Then what I want you to do is go back and get it with your lead hand. That's kind of what your backswing should feel like, okay? Another way you can do it is kind of just letting this club rest on your trail shoulder, making your shoulder turn, and then pushing your hands as far away from you as you can, like so, okay? So the biggest thing we want to do is just take some of this bend out of this trail arm and get it further from you, a little bit more width, if you will. So yours is really kind of bent. We want it a little bit more extended, okay? Just pushing that arm away from you. That'll help. One, that will help with this face, and it'll help shorten the swing a little bit. Now this might happen as a byproduct, but we're still going to work on it anyways. We want to do 3 things to the wrist here. So as far as the trail wrist, we just want more extension in it. So this is extension of the trail wrist. We want a little bit more flexion and a little bit more ulnar deviation of the lead wrist. So really, thinking about it in layman's terms, I just want you to think about like you're holding a tray at the top of your backswing. So if I'm sitting here, I'm trying to hold a tray of pizza or something, or a tray of food. That's what I want it to feel like, okay? Just like that. Now, if I were to tip that tray towards me, I wouldn't get those good wrist angles, and that's kind of where your swing's at. So I want you to feel like you're holding a tray of food. And then to combine with the other feel like you're holding it as far away as possible from you. So it looks something like this, okay? Then when you put both hands on it, that arm's gonna bend a little bit more, but the face will be in a lot better position. So what that's gonna allow you to do here is when the face is in a better position at the top, as you start down, because you got a pretty good downswing, it's gonna get this face more parallel to my back line. I want this face parallel to my back line, okay? Yours is quite open, and then from there, what you have to do to square it up, you have to throw these angles, and that makes it really hard to hit down on the ball like you're supposed to, okay? So until you fix those wrist angles, we're not really gonna be able to hit down on the ball and get out of those nasty lies like you want to. So just to recap here, a great all-encompassing, I try to make these as simple as possible and give you like one feeling to go with. To me, it would just feel like I'm pushing my trail arm as far away from me as I can. So I'm really like trying to feel like I'm pushing this back arm as far away from me as possible. Just like that, okay? That's a great way to feel it. Just feel like you have a little bit more width between your hands and your upper body. And that'll get you a lot better spot at the top and a lot better spot on the way down, okay? So, and if you want to add something, then you can add that extension of the trail wrist by like holding that tray. So I would start there, and then I'd actually, how I'd implement it would be, go to the range, and then just do some freezer drills, okay? So take the club to the top, stop, and then go. So one that will help you because it's a lot harder to overrun these arms if you're stopping at the top. So if you stop, you can really feel the tension and notice that your club's in a good spot. So you should be able to look back and see your club not so far behind you, okay? So go to the top, pause for a beat, check it, make sure it's in a good spot, and then go, all right? So that's a good way to work on it, but just get those hands further away from your body.